It was never an intention of mine to own a brand, but this opportunity came and I had to seize it. I'm going to tell you the story of how I acquired Commodity. When the opportunity came to buy Commodity, and then for me to actually say in my mind, I'm going to do it, and then doing it, and then finishing, was like a 3-week process. And my trip to London was the end of that 3-week process and the beginning of the rest of it. Why was it really important to go to London? Once something is closed, once you sign the documents, it's every man for himself, right? Nobody is going to help me afterwards. So that time period when I sign something, and then a day or two later, I need to get as much information as I can in those 2 days. I want to meet with two people. One of them was the ex-CEO. Number 2 was to meet with the design team. And I could only go to London on the 31st and the 1st of November. So I bought my tickets and I'm making meetings with people and I don't own the brand yet. I knew it was gonna happen, or I almost knew it was gonna happen, but I'm telling them that, yes, I signed, don't worry about it, I'll have the paperwork when I come to London. Meanwhile, I had nothing. It's 7 a.m. I'm on my way to Newark Airport, on my way to a very short trip to London, where I'm hoping to learn a little bit more about the history of the Commodity brand. So the issue on the day before I went to London was this. Our company is Euro Perfumes, our distribution company, but we have to create a company to put Commodity fragrances into. So I said, let's just call it Commodity Goods. And so we registered a company in New Jersey or Maryland, and we called it Commodity Goods. Commodity Goods was a company that had massive lawsuits unrelated to the fragrance, and that name, Commodity Goods, is taboo. We're scrambling to figure out what to do. We formed another company, we closed under the name that we didn't want to, and then we are assigning everything over. The company name, the legal entity, is called Common Oddity LLC. Just landed London Heathrow, it's 10 p.m. Good thing I had Wi-Fi on the plane. Our lawyers, their lawyers, going back and forth. We haven't technically closed. I've sent my money, but they haven't received it. And I'm not really duping them, or I'm not lying, but I just thought it'd be done by now. Hopefully by 2 p.m. tomorrow, we would have actually closed. I will actually own the brand, and we can get the paperwork to the meetings that I'm going to so that they'll actually talk to me. This is typically the way I do things. This is the opposite of how most people do things. First day in London, just woke up. We have a full day today. This morning, my first meeting is with Ash Hussenlub. Ash was the former CEO, the co-founder of Commodity Fragrances.
At Commodity, we are unleashing a new wave of self-expression, a movement that starts with you.
He has been really nice. He's been willing to meet with me and to give me his take on where the brand came from, where it was going. This is a really important meeting for me. All right, Regent Street, London.
Yes.
Thursday. This is the famous Ash.
Hey, Vicken.
It was amazing. We had a great meeting. He's the man. Thank you so much, Ash.
I wish you the best, buddy.
Thank you.
Then it was time to go to ICO, and ICO was the design company that was responsible for the rebranding of Commodity. ICO is the one that doesn't know me. Ash at least knew me from before. ICO doesn't know me. They were expecting the paperwork. What's gonna happen? If I go there and they say, show me the paperwork, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be caught as a liar. I would have wasted the trip to London. I would have to go back home, send all the proof, come back to London. I mean, is it the end of the world? It wouldn't have been the end of the world, but it would have been a disaster. So I get there and I'm like, oh guys, great to meet you. And I have the paperwork with me. And I pull out my cell phone and I'm like, it's here. And I'm zooming in on whatever it was. It was probably some other document. And they're like, yeah, don't worry, it's fine. And I put it in my pocket and we go on with the meeting. What I thought was this kind of massive issue, I kind of winged it and got on with it. And they were very nice, super sweet. They went on with the presentation. They showed me all the work that they had done. It was an incredible amount of work. And we have yet to see what we're going to keep and save from work that they had done. And so that went well, that was fine.
Just finished dinner. It's about 11:30. I was with a few suppliers, a bunch of friends. Had a really great time. Still don't know if we signed the deal for commodity, but I think it's done. It was a good trip to start this wonderful journey, so we'll fill you in next time.
Everyone's asleep, right? Because London's ahead. Got on the plane, thank God for Wi-Fi. Emailed again, hey, did we close this darn thing? And I got an email back, wire went out, we're all done. And I had a good sleep on the flight back to New York. I feel unusual kinds of responsibility. I had a brand 22 years ago, which was an epic failure. While it was nice, I lost $1.5 million. So it was the darkest moments and very painful, but was very valuable in terms of a learning lesson. I didn't want to do production ever again. And it was so bad that we saved the bottles of our first brand. And my wife, who designed this office, designed for us a wall that everybody sees when they come to our building. It's a wall, like a brick wall, made out of glass bottles. And it's a reminder every day that I come into the office not to do that again. So now this is my second chance. I think it's nice to kind of just plow forward, get your hand slapped sometimes. It's different. I mean, some people just do things properly, and that London trip proved that I'm good to go. I just keep going this way, and it's worked out for me. So if it works, go, keep going.